When you're ready to buy a new vehicle, quality is very important. Well, typically you would think the Japanese and even the Korean manufacturers nowadays would be at the top of the list. Not so fast. We're over at Automotive News. Ram tops JD Power initial quality rankings for the first time. We're going to tear apart this list. It doesn't make any sense, but that's why it's fun. It's entertainment. I hope you brought your snacks and drinks. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still here in Austin, Texas, looking at the beautiful cityscape outside my room. Drove the Corolla Cross today. I can't tell you about that until September 9th. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see the Corolla Cross driving impressions, pricing, all that good stuff. But we need to talk about these initial quality rankings. And I'm just going to put them up on the screen for you. And then we're going to tear it apart in a little bit. But initial quality, you would think would be like fit and finish, quality of materials. But that's not the case here. JD Power tracks initial quality by measuring the number of problems experienced per 100 vehicles during the first 90 days of ownership. So it's it's just like not even the first 3 years. We're talking the first 90 days, things that the people who buy the cars, lease them, the issues that they have with the vehicle. It could be something as simple as not knowing how to open up the trunk or the hatch. It could be something as simple as not knowing how to set the memory seats. It could be something as simple as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto setup. This year's study is based on responses from over 110,000 purchasers and lessees of new 2021 model vehicles. The study asked 223 questions organized into 9 vehicle categories, such as infotainment, features, controls and displays, exterior, driving assistance, interior, powertrain, seats, driving experience, and climate. So if someone just doesn't know how to set the climate control, that's automatically a red flag according to JD Power. They say infotainment continues to be a drag on the industry, and voice recognition isn't the main issue this year for the first time since 2011. Instead, it's people's ability to plug into Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, especially the wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. So the issues are not to do with the car. Oftentimes it could be the phone, it can be the cord. I mean, if it's wireless though, there are other things that you might have to go through the menus to set it up that these people are running into. So Ram and Dodge on the top of the list, but get this, right? They're part of Stellantis, a bunch of companies, right? A lot of European ones, but guess who's on the very bottom? Their sister company, Chrysler. Chrysler and Dodge are the same company, and Ram. How can you have someone the top two and then you have one at the very bottom? I don't know. Maybe you guys can figure that out for me, but it's not computing with my small brain. Lexus is tied for third with Mitsubishi. Does that really surprise anyone that Lexus is near the top? No, but Mitsubishi does. But they're saying Mitsubishi's so high because they're simple cars. They were in 6th place last year, but Mitsubishi may have been helped by having less bells and whistles than other models. Generally speaking, Mitsubishis are less expensive, lower content vehicles. Typically, they don't have all the latest technology on them, which is causing a lot of other automakers a lot of challenges. So not having more technology, not having more features, less things for people to learn and adapt to when you buy a new car. So Mitsubishi has surged to the top of the list just because they're lesser vehicles, they're cheaper vehicles. So really what this list is telling me is that this has nothing to do with initial quality. It has to do with growing pains of you being able to figure out how to operate the car within the first 90 days. And if you're not able to do it, you create all these problems per 100 vehicles that JD Power is looking for. So industry average, 162 problems per 100 vehicles in the first 90 days. And let's just run down the list. Nissan, pretty high. Kia, Genesis, Hyundai, those are all the same company, right? No surprise that they're all right next to each other. Jeep, pretty high, which is also Stellantis. Chevy is Chevy, Mini, Buick, Toyota. You're telling me initial quality for Toyota is lesser than all these companies above them? I mean, definitely Lexus for sure, but Yeah, makes you wonder, right? Ford is above the industry average, and Lincoln's right there with them. Same company, right? Honda is a little bit lower on the list. And Jaguar, are you kidding me? Jaguar and Land Rover are notorious for being some of the most difficult vehicles and unreliable vehicles and throwing all sorts of problems for people in early ownership. So that's why Land Rover is so low, but Jaguar is the same brand. It shouldn't be so far apart. Subaru, why is Subaru so far down? Same with Mazda. I don't get it. I mean, I have issues with the rotary dial. I know some people don't. I know the rotary dial is good for certain things, but the rotary dial in Mazdas, to me, they present issues, and if they just had a touchscreen, a lot of those issues would be solved. So the learning curve for the rotary dial is really, really high, higher than any other piece of infotainment technology out there, in my opinion. I almost take that back because Genesis is not very good either, but at least they allow you to use a touchscreen, but it's a little bit further out of reach. Anyways, and here's another thing. So they break down the car's highest strength and other high-ranking cars as well per segment. So you see a lot of Hyundais. You see a ton of Kias, Kia Soul, Kia Telluride, Kia Sedona. So you have a lot of Kias in here. But Ram is all trucks, right? But the Ram lost out to the Tundra. So how does that make sense that the Toyota Tundra is the #1 ranked pickup truck, but Ram is way above Toyota in initial quality? I don't know. I'm sure there's some logic out there. I just can't connect the dots. Lexus UX, I mean, the Lexus vehicles are all ranking high and they all use roughly the same technology, but the Lexus UX doesn't even have a touchscreen. So it's touchpad only, and that's ranking really, really high apparently. Lexus ES losing to the Cadillac CT5. Didn't see that one coming. What's the volume of sales between a Lexus ES and a CT5? Cadillac sold 14,000 CT5s in 2020. Lexus sold over 43,000 ES models in 2020. So yeah, just not as large of a pool to pull from for sure. But interestingly, small premium SUV Lexus UX takes the cake. Medium premium SUV Lexus RX takes the cake. But in the compact premium SUV, the Lexus NX is nowhere to be found. So I find that interesting. I also don't see any Acura models on here. That's a little settling, but wait for the new MDX. I feel like people are really going to like that new MDX, but again, it's the initial quality. Kia Sedona, one of my friends, good friends, they got rid of their Kia Sedona because they had all sorts of issues with the power sliding doors. But my parents have a Kia Sedona 2012 that works great. Honda Odyssey, Toyota Sienna up there. No mention of the Chrysler Pacifica at all. Does that really surprise you? Because Chrysler's all the way here at the bottom. Chrysler has like 2 models, I think. Well, 3 if you count the Voyager, which is a dummied down version of the Pacifica, which is just another minivan. And then they have the Chrysler 300. And strangely, when we look at the midsize premium SUVs, there are no runners up. There's no one even coming close in terms of dependability, or what do they call this? Initial quality. And the BMW X7 edging out the Lexus LX and Land Cruiser for initial quality. That doesn't make sense to me. But guys, I just want to end it there. I wanted to share this with you today because I find it entertaining. Take it with a grain of salt. There is some truth in here. It's not just fabricated. They are basing it off of data, but the whole premise, I think, of initial quality is flawed because it looks like they're more testing the growing pains of you learning your vehicle. Now, there are issues in here that are real where things aren't working as they're supposed to. But when the vast majority of complaints are infotainment and the connecting of your phone to the car, there's a lot of user error going on there. But guys, I'm going to end it there. If you enjoyed today's a little bit of satirical take on the JD Power initial quality, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Signing out from Weird Austin. All right, peace out.